Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. The developers just dropped another dev preview. Now, we obviously would have way rather had the update by now because they said they were going to release the update in the last week of July. However, if you didn't already hear it, the update has been delayed by an additional 2 weeks, so will now be coming out in mid-August, and I cannot wait. It's the biggest update in Phasmophobia yet, so it's got to be cooking in the oven for a little longer, which can only mean that it's going to be better, right? But in this video, we're going to cover the dev preview that they literally just posted, which is going to give a little bit of more context to what's going to be coming in this giant update. Now, if you want to watch the previous dev previews that go over other stuff, I'll link them over on the top right. However, let's dive into this one. Moving forwards, the development preview number 12. Progression. Here's a breakdown of some major progression changes coming with the update. Experience and money. Experience and money values are now tied. If you earn 100, you'll also be earning 100 experience. Nice and simple. Yeah, I don't know why they never just used this simple system to begin with. It was always a little weird that it wasn't connected. The amount of money and experience you'll be earning has skyrocketed when compared to the live version of the game. Individual values have been tweaked, like moving the bone out of the reward multiplier. Oh, what the heck? To make gameplay feel more rewarding and encouraging players to complete the main objective. Okay, so the bone is no longer going to be very important if you like play with a large modifier, but they obviously got to balance this out. They've been thinking about this, tinkering with this probably for quite a while now. Look at that perfect investigation bonus. Holy moly. That's a big one. 185 for perfect investigation. That's crazy. Also, right here, you can see the prestige level. So you're going to be able to prestige now. So the prestige level, oh my God, what the hell? You have to earn like 1,000 experience. I mean, I guess you're going to be earning way more experience. These numbers are not going to make sense to us right now. Look at this new badge, though. Ghost Hunting Recruit, a nice orange, yellowish badge with the icons that you will be able to unlock in the future as well. And then here, you obviously, this will turn into a 2, etc. And what did it say later? Let's just keep reading here for now. I'm going to come back to the screenshot in a moment here. Leveling and prestiging. Each level's required experience increases as you level. That amount increases further the closer you get to level 100. Okay, for example, you'll need 100 experience to get from level 1 to level 2, but over 5,000 experience to get from level 99 to level 100. Oh baby, I mean, that's not as exponential as it could have been, but that is, I mean, a 50x increase in experience along the way. And obviously it's mostly going to matter in just the law of large numbers, right? Where like going from 90 to 100 is probably going to take as long as like getting from, I don't know, 50 to 90. When you finally reach level 100, you'll be presented with a choice. Continue playing as you are, leveling past 100. What? Or at any given time, you can opt to prestige, resetting your money, level, and equipment in favor of gaining an additional loadout slot, a new unique badge and title for your ID card, and a new patch for your player's arm. This patch system is going to be super cool, by the way. You're going to be able to show off like all kinds of things on your character, such as the level badge, the like legacy level badge that we're going to be getting. Like everyone that has played before this update is going to get that badge. What the hell? You can continue leveling as you are past 100. That's a strange system. I've never played a game where that's the case. Okay, there's an asterisk addition. To a maximum of level 999. What's the point of this? I don't really get. I guess it's just so you can keep seeing the number go up, or you can opt to prestige, resetting your money, level, and equipment. I'm probably just going to be prestiging most of the time right away, and maybe we'll do a prestige challenge to do something special every time we reach a prestige, because this seems like it's going to probably take as long as it's... Actually, this might be the exact same amount as it took to get from like 1 to level 1000 is now going to be from 1 to 100, so we can still keep the level challenges going, maybe. Who knows? Consumables. With the equipment system, some items will be labeled consumable in the shop. If one of these items is used at all during a contract, it will need to be rebought. Double asterisk there. Let's check it out. An auto refill button will be added to the loadout screen, so you don't need to manually buy things after every contract. Okay. That makes sense, but it's gonna mean you're gonna be paying a lot more for certain items, and that you really need to think about the balance of these items, because if you're gonna have to pay like 100 for a sanity pill and you take 4 every game and you make like 1200, then you waste so much money on sanity pills. I mean, that's also adds an additional little bit of strategy to it. Like, do you want to take those items, and do you want to use those items? Because what I'm seeing here is that if you don't use them, when you return to, so if one of these items is used at all during a contract, I'm assuming this would make absolutely zero sense otherwise, that if you do not eat the sanity pills, you will just take them back to the lobby. So if you bring 4 smudge sticks and you don't use any of the smudge sticks, then you won't have to rebuy them. I hope that's how it works, because otherwise it kind of ruins the strategy aspect of it, because it would be really interesting, like bringing all the equipment every time, but then sometimes being like, is it worth it here to use a smudge stick? Like, it adds an additional level of back and forth. It will be extremely easy to implement that, and I think it would add an additional fun bit of strategy where you have to like make a trade-off, like risk reward kind of idea. That sounds fun. So I'm not that up in arms over this. Some upgrades for consumable items are actually remove the need to rebuy them each time too, for example with the lighter, probably. So the matches are going to be consumables, but if you have a lighter you won't have to rebuy it, maybe, probably something like that. That's interesting. Okay, salt. Some of you may remember in our ultraviolet preview that we mentioned salt specifically, so we thought it was time to dive deeper into some details. As you know, with the new ultraviolet changes, salt would become an aid in gathering evidence. If your ghost isn't feeling interactive enough and just won't touch a door or window, you can place some salt and gather footprints instead. Oh yeah, wait a minute. They are making, I forgot about this, but they are changing UV evidence to be both footprints and fingerprints. The amount of time I've been asked the questions, if you have footprints, does that also mean it's fingerprints? No, not in the current version of the game, but it's gonna mean that very soon, which is very interesting. So yeah, if you can get salt, the ghost to step and salt, that's also gonna count as an evidence now, which is super cool. So that's gonna be super useful, as they say here. Like, if you don't get a ghost to touch a door or window, or you have a very large room, you can instead place salt. Now, obviously, salt is also not very effective in a large room, but it is gonna help. With equipment upgrades, salt is a little bit more useful than it was previously. Tier 1 is the Ghost Hunting Salt Shaker. It can place 2 piles per canister, and you bring 3 canisters into each contract. The footprints created by stepping in this pile will act in the same way as the fingerprints for that ghost. For example, an Obake may leave fewer footprints than other ghosts. Please tell me, I mean, it seems like that's not going to be in the game initially, because they would have said it here, but I hope they add some absolutely demonic, like, Obake footstep, where it's just like a claw or something on the ground, or like, I don't know, some weird footstep that's going to be the special Obake ability for footsteps. I hope they add that eventually. Tier 2 is a wooden container filled with a special pink Himalayan salt. With its larger capacity, you can place 3 piles down, but instead of a small spot, you can place a line of salt, perfect for blocking doorways and corridors. What? Look at that. That's insanely useful. And you can do that 3 times? Because that's basically how I place my salt anyway. So you can place 3 of these types of spots. That's gonna mean, like, one of these is gonna feel like bringing every single bit of salt in the game as it currently stands, because I usually place like 2 or 3 in front of a door, but this way you're only gonna have to do 1. That's crazy. Tier 3 brings lots more to the table. A glass bottle filled with a custom blend of black salt that has been blessed. If a ghost steps in this during its passive state, it will be repelled back the way it came, allowing you to effectively trap a ghost in its room if you place the salt correctly. During the ghost hunting state, if a ghost passes through this special salt, it will be slowed down considerably for a short time. That is so fun, dude. This is exactly what I hoped for with all these new items, that they were going to introduce new gameplay aspects, which just allows us to do so much more. Like, because the thing with Phasma is there's so many little bits of knowledge that you don't get to use every game, but you get to use them some games, and it feels super rewarding when you get to use them. And with this update, there's going to be be so many more of those scenarios where it's just going to be like this massive puzzle logic game where you're going to be able to do so many different things to figure out what ghost you're dealing with. That is amazing. So yeah, that's super exciting. And that's just salt, like a simple item like salt. They've come up with such cool ideas. I can't wait. Also, that's an interesting change because during the current version, ghosts cannot step in salt at all during the hunt. So I wonder if they've just changed that for everyone or only this specific one. And I wonder if you can get fingerprints or footsteps during the hunt then as well, if you got a UV light laying out here. Lots of questions that we're going to have to answer. Oh boy, the first week or multiple weeks of this update is going to be absolutely wild. I almost don't even believe this update. Like, it's such a crazy update that's going to add like 40 plus new items. I don't believe it until I see it. Like, I was expecting it to be delayed because like the devs have been really busy with other stuff as well. And the console release update, which by the way, the console release update has not been delayed. Apparently, that's still going to be in the end of August. I don't know if that's going to be delayed further at some point as well. But yeah, super exciting stuff. And this is just assault. This right here, like, you're making so much more money. The perfect investigation bonus is huge. So what I really hope, I should really message this. I'm gonna mental note after this. I'm gonna message CJ and ask them if they can change the perfect investigation bonus. Because I think it makes like no sense right now. It's like an all or nothing super punishing reward. You either make perfect photos, all objectives, and you get the perfect reward bonus. But if you miss a single photo because of some bullshit, sometimes bullshit happens, then you get like not the perfect reward at all and you miss so much money. So what I would love to see is for the reward to be split. If you get all perfect photos, you get the perfect photo bonus. If you get all perfect objectives, you get the perfect objectives bonus. If you get both of them, you get the perfect investigation bonus. So that way, if you mess up a single photo, you can still get the perfect objective bonus for a little extra reward, and you won't be like mega punished with like, I don't know, $100 or $300 for a single 2-star footstep photo, right? It just feels. Let me know if you like that system better. I almost cannot see anyone being against that except maybe the devs, because then their balancing maybe falls into the water. But anyway, very exciting stuff. A bit of a sad moment that the update has been delayed, but it was to be expected because it's such a big one. So yeah, I just hope that this is the last delay, because it's been delayed before, and it's just gonna be like, I hope it doesn't get delayed again, because I really want to get my hands on this update to just dig into it and have a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join us on the live stream, you can join us over at twitch.tv/insummer. Click the link in the description down below. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one. Bye bye.